guess what time it is? Sweater weather. Sweater weather. Sweater weather. It is sweater weather. It's sweater weather. I cannot even say that with a straight face. But I am in midst of collecting my sweaters, and for a good reason, because it is fall. We are right in the center of it, slash kind of sneaking into winter time. And so sweaters are basically what I'm going to be living in for the next 5 months because I live in Canada. And with that, I figured I would create a video to show you guys some of the ways that I wear sweaters. And if you have any tips or styling ways of your own that you like to wear your sweaters with, I mean, let me know in the comments below too. I would love to try them out. And if you're new to the Inspired family, thank you so much for coming to this video. From Reindeer Mel. I put up my Christmas tree yesterday, so I'm in the Christmas spirit. But with that, and with no more rambling, I am a Shiny Nancy. Let's get into these sweater wearing ideas. Sweater weather. So the first way to wear sweaters that I love to wear sweaters as is oversized. So this will start from the moment you pick up your sweater piece. I like to kind of get it to past my fingertips just because it gives that effortless, I'm stealing my boyfriend's sweater sort of vibe. You want to make sure that these shoulders don't come off your actual shoulder too much, but just a little bit so that those sleeves will overhang. I find that picking up a sweater 1 or 2 sizes larger than what you actually would wear in your size would be really helpful. As a guide, I also like to find sweaters that aren't too thick when I'm looking for an oversized sweater. It'll make you feel really chunky and too oversized in a not very flattering way. But one like this that is well knit, but again, has a little bit more give in terms of how thick it is, will give you that draped sort of look. And of course, oversized sweaters gives you a lot more fabric to play with when you're tucking and transforming your sweaters. So that's another really good tip.
I don't wanna fight no more. I know you'd like to.
Another really great way to wear your sweater that's really quick to change up is rolling. So I know that it kind of seems obvious, but it transforms something like this into something completely different just by rolling up your sweater. So let's go ahead and roll this baby up. Now, obviously, rolling your sweater, depending on how your sweater looks and what it actually is cut like, is going to change the way your sweater looks. But just like this, now my sweater goes from looking just like an oversized, drapey sweater to something that's a little bit more fitted. I'm going to go ahead and roll the other side. Now, suddenly this oversized sweater with rolled up sleeves looks like a 3/4 sleeve sweater. It gives it a little bit more of a fitted look just because of where the armholes are, and your sweater has now transformed into something a little different.
Ready for the roller coaster. The up and down excites you. We are floating like a dream.
So next we are going to wear our sweater tucked. So if you haven't seen my other sweater tucking transforming video from last year around this time, I'll make sure to link that below as well. This is going to be reminiscent of that video, basically different ways to tuck your sweater to make it look a little bit different. If you haven't seen the video, there are lots of different ways. I will again link it below. But the one that I like to wear most is just a simple little rolled over front tuck, but like I said, there are tons of ways to tuck your sweater to wear it very differently. Do it like this. You could tuck it into your bra for a cropped styled look. I'm showing you guys really quickly here, but if you're interested, I would definitely recommend the video where I walk through each step a little bit more in depth. You can tuck it obviously on the sides here, which gives it a little bit more of a slouchy vibe. You can tuck it in obviously all the way, and this gives a super sophisticated vibe. But basically, tucking is a way to transform and wear your sweater so differently in so many different ways and make it go the extra distance for you.
Time is buried underneath. We collide, it's the same. I'm shaking off what you throw, stepping out of the shadow.
The next way to wear one that I made up or invented. None of these are. But it's one that is super trendy right now. Again, I guess, because it was quite trendy in the 90s. But it is wearing your sweater as a sort of scarf or shawl. So what you want to do is always kind of tuck in where the neck hole or the neckline is. It just gives it a little bit more of a seamless look. And then you just drape it over very easily and very swiftly. It is really not all that complicated, but this is kind of a way to make it look less disheveled. And if you have a structured sleeve here or a more structured sweater, this is going to act really, really well for this style of wearing your sweater. And suddenly your sweater has now become a scarf. It's kind of become an accessory. I love a little bright pop of orange color like this. As a shawl style sweater, it just gives it a little bit more of a contrast from an otherwise neutral outfit. But this is such a cute way to wear your sweater, very sophisticated, and also gives you the option of throwing your sweater on top if you get cold, which is typically how I like to use this style.
I'm waking, not staying low, 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 low. You got a million faces, living.
This next way is a variation from wearing it as a shawl, but it is a new, very trendy way of wearing your sweater. One that I, to be honest, haven't really seen in the past. Basically, we're going to start the same way. We're going to tuck in that neckline there. You're going to swing it around, but instead of bringing it all the way over your shoulders, you're actually going to wear it underneath one arm. So you're actually going to wrap this around like this and tie it across your body. So it's kind of like a side shawl that kind of drapes over your shoulder a little bit more. So still as a shawl, but in a little bit of a different way. This has been seen on Instagram plenty of times and is apparently the cool way to wear your sweater as a shawl nowadays. But I am here for it because honestly, anything that allows me to carry my sweater and also look chic at the same time, I am here for.
On display, I'm picking up all the traces. Caught you on instant replay. You keep floating like a dream. I am slipping from your reach.
This next way of wearing your sweater is probably an obvious one because you probably did it growing up as a kid, but basically it is wearing it around your waist. Again, this has kind of become a little bit of a resurgence. Basically what you're going to want to do is flatten the back of it. Don't roll it too much or else it's going to give you a really awkward looking booty. Keep it flat against your back and then bring your sleeves to the front, tie it in the middle here, and you've got a sweater around your waist, and it kind of gives a pair of pants a very different look. I feel like it makes things look a lot more athleisure, a lot more casual. So especially if you're wearing something like sweatpants, it looks super cool kind of tied around your waist, and it gives you that streetwear sort of vibe.
Straight is not the same. I'm shaking off what you throw, stepping out of the shadows.
Last but not least, I know this looks ridiculous. We're not going to stop here. Don't worry, don't worry. And this will only work with certain types of sweaters. Obviously, it's going to work most with your oversized sweaters, but most importantly, this is only going to work with one that has either an elasticy sort of material or one that basically you can pull up around your waist. And this is wearing your sweater as one of those cool style tie-up sweater skirts. Now, if you haven't seen, this is sold at Zara and a bunch of other trendy style stores, but you can actually try to make this work for some sweaters on your own. It's not a style for everybody, but I have definitely worn this a few times and gotten asked, where did you get your sweater skirt from? And the honest truth is that I just, made a sweater but put it around my waist as a skirt. So what you're gonna wanna do is obviously get your oversized sweater, pull it up over your waist, make sure that it fits appropriately, it's not gonna fall down. This one just happens to be the perfect size to fit around my waist. Then you're gonna take your sleeves here, and what you're gonna wanna do is kind of fold it in half so it looks purposeful, and make a little tie action here at the front. Now, once you've made that tie action, you can kind of adjust it however you see fit, depending on what the style of your sweater is. You can either keep it in front here. I have a sweater skirt that I purchased from Zod that looks exactly like this, right down the middle. If you don't like it like that, you can always pull it sort of to the side here and make it kind of pulled to the left. But again, just keep in mind those drape lines look clean. Choose a sweater style that's not gonna look like you just threw your sweater on as a skirt, and you've got a really cute sweater skirt made from your sweater.
I'm waking, not staying low, 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 low. Waking up, thinking about me.
And that is it for my different ways to wear your sweater video. I hope you guys liked this. I know that you guys really liked the how to tuck and transform your sweaters. Like I said, I will leave the link to that video down in the description box below in case you are curious about that. But I hope this gave you guys a few ideas on how to wear your sweaters in a bunch of different ways, how to transform them. I feel like when I can make a piece go the extra mile and I can wear it a bunch of different ways, it always makes me feel really good about that piece. So I hope that you guys feel that way about your sweaters too. Let me know in the comments below if you like ideas and different ways to wear things, idea videos like this, and I will try to make more of them. And or if you have any specific questions about things you'd want to see styled differently. Quick reminder, if you did like this video, to give it a big inspired thumbs up so I know to make more of them. Comment below, like I said, if you have any other ideas, and if you liked any of these particular styles of wearing your sweater. And if you're new to the Inspired family, thank you so much for giving this video a watch. We hope you'll join us for a little bit longer and subscribe. But with that, I hope you guys have an inspiring rest of your day. Remember that kindness doesn't cost a thing, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!